Hello, everyone, and welcome to Really Old Movies. I'm your host, Harrison Scullin, and today we'll be discussing the films I watched for the month of August, an old movie review, and then we're going to be playing some Minecraft. And so, with that, let's get the show started. Alright, so today, since I did not have time, I'll have to do it for next week. There won't be an animated short review, but I'll make sure to double up so that there are a total of 5 for the next character, which is Mickey Mouse. So I'm very excited for those. But today, though, I'm going to be talking about the films that I reviewed for the month of August, and we'll be going to my critic list page here. So, here we go. And let's increase the size of that a little bit there. Let's see. Perfect. Scroll down a bit. Alright, so the first film that I saw for the month was actually at my friend Guillermo's house. We watched Alien from 1979. That was a first time watch for me, and I really enjoyed it. It's a great science fiction film and horror film. I love that mix. And, I really loved this movie. I just loved the thrill of it. It was very much a horror film and more of a thriller. And so, I was very intrigued with it and very much enjoyed it. And if you want my full thoughts, go to my critic list review there. Next is Popeye the Sailor. So that is the first ever Popeye animated short. That was a great short. That was a very fun one. Make sure to follow my anime short review to get my review of that. Next is the film The Shadow from 1994, starring Alec Baldwin. So the reason why I watched that film is because the Monday Hangover with Drunk 3PO and Epic Mike and all those guys, they were reviewing that movie, and it's one I've wanted to see for a long time. Because I'm slowly becoming a fan of The Shadow. I start collecting his comics, especially his DC run, and I just recently got one from the 30s. And now I have this movie. So I'm trying to get more into this character, and maybe further down the road I'll review the serial and the films from the 40s and 30s. But I really enjoyed it, but it is a very bad film. And I'm sad because I really enjoyed it, but I recognize its flaws. There's a reason why it didn't succeed. The effects are okay. They just didn't age well. Some of the story elements are a little hokey. And I'll be honest, the actress for Margot Lane, who's great in other films I've seen her in, she was a little too cheesy for me, a little too over the top. Alec Baldwin, though, was great. Though his costume was a little silly, the giant nose and whatnot. I don't know. I really wanted to like it a lot. And I had fun with it, but it is definitely not on par with, like, Batman 89 or other movies of this era. So that's why it's at a 65% there. Next was a film I reviewed for the channel that I've seen a couple times called A Corner in Wheat. This is one of D.W. Griffith's earliest films. And it's a great cautionary tale of what greed can lead to. And I'll just leave it at that. I think it's a great movie. It's only like 15 minutes long, but it's very powerful and very... It was just very powerful, right? I really enjoyed it. Alright, next is Aliens from 1986. That's a sequel, of course, to Alien. I was nervous going into it because I knew it was going to be different. It was going to be more of an action film. And honestly, It was fantastic. It was just as good, maybe even better. I don't know. I've rated Alien and Aliens the same score. I might still like Alien just a bit more, but I had a great time with Aliens. It has a great cast. Bill, what's his name? Bill Paxton. He's so funny and so great in that role, and Sigourney Weaver's great, and Michael Biehn is great. Just Lance Hendrickson's great. It's a great cast, great characters, and a great spin on the Alien storyline. All right, next is the film Fear and Desire from 1953. This is a Stanley Kubrick film, one of his earliest. I actually think his first feature-length film. I reviewed it for the channel. I did not like it. I gave it a 44%. It's not a good movie. I don't like any of the characters, and I don't know. It was definitely an amateur film, and to me it kind of suffered because of that. It wasn't great. It was just meh. Okay, next is Hot Fuzz from 2007. My wife and I were in the mood for a comedy, and we decided to watch that film, and it was so hilarious. It's now one of my favorite comedies. It was really, really good. I love Edgar Wright. He's got such a unique style, and I love the cast in that movie too, especially Timothy Dalton. He was hilarious in his role. Just all around a great movie. Great little, great poking fun at small towns and also what it's like to be a police officer and whatnot. And I just really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was really fun. All right. Next was the Popeye short, I Am What I Am. That was a funny short. I really liked Popeye. I think his shorts have been some of my favorites so far. Same with the Sockabye Baby. That one was really funny, where he was trying to keep the baby asleep and it kept waking up and punching him. It was really funny. All right, next is Zombieland from 2009. That was a first time watch for me. Never seen it. Again, at my buddy's house. It was a blast. I had so much fun with it. It was so funny, but also a great zombie movie and a great, just a great time all around. I had a blast with it. Okay, these next few films here. So on the channel, the past couple months, myself, Alex Figueroa, Nate from Geeks and Flicks, as well as KB Loves Movies, we've been reviewing the 15 films in the House of Hitchcock collection. And so these 5 movies here are the final 5, just in order of release. Marnie, that was my favorite of the bunch. I really enjoyed it. I thought Sean Connery was great. I thought Tippi Hedren was great. That one kind of felt like the last true Hitchcock film. Even with later ones I'll talk about in a second here, it just visually looked the most like a Hitchcock film with the stage scenes and the camera production and all of that. It was very much a big bombastic production. And then that next goes to Torn Curtain. That one also has a pretty big production, but a lot of it is on location. I was disappointed with this one because I love Paul Newman and Julie Andrews, but for some reason they just didn't work together for me, and it was a really boring movie, I'm not going to lie. So I was pretty disappointed with that. Same goes for Topaz. Topaz was terrible. I was so bored with it, which is so sad because it's basically a James Bond movie, and you could tell Hitchcock really wanted to make a James Bond film. This is so much like it, but I just didn't like the main French guy, or any of the other characters. All right, next is Frenzy. So this is the last, in my opinion, the last Hitchcock movie that truly is a Hitchcock movie, in the sense of it's a thriller, right? It's a very simple plot to follow. You know, there's a serial killer killing women all across, where are they, in London? And he does it in a specific way by choking them with a necktie, right? Super crazy, but very simple plot, very easy to follow. And it really is the last Hitchcock film. And he got to make it in England. I just don't remember if the story takes place in London or one of the other cities there. So, I liked it. I think it was my second favorite of the set. Yeah. Okay, last is Family Plot. This is the last Hitchcock film ever. I hated it. It was so bad, so cheesy, so dumb. I hated the. It just didn't feel like a comedy. It was just so weird. I didn't like it. I didn't like the cast, which is crazy because I would have thought I would have liked Bruce Dern, but no, I didn't like anything in it. And I hated the last scene where I don't remember her name, but it's the girl actress. She looks at the camera and kind of winks, breaks the fourth wall. I hated that so much. And when I started the movie and she starts making those weird voices, I was like, no, man, I don't want to watch this anymore. It's so bad. Oh, but I finished it for the live stream. All right, next is Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. That was another film I reviewed for the channel. Absolutely loved it. Great cast. Much better Paul Newman film than Torn Curtain. Elizabeth Taylor is great in it. Brill Ives is great in it. It's just a great story with great characters. I want to say it's a Tennessee Williams play, and I know there's some differences in the film adaptation, but nevertheless, I loved it. So good. I definitely want to pick it up on physical media. It was so good. All right, next is A Star is Born from 2018. I love this movie. I was nervous going into it because I really like the 1937 film with Janet Gaynor and Frederick March. That's a great film. And so I was a little nervous going into this remake. And I know there's two others that I think eventually I'm going to do a comparison between all four versions, and actually technically five if you count What Say You Hollywood. I'm going to compare all of those together at some point, but yeah, I loved the music, I loved the cast, and I loved how it paid homage to the original film. And I don't want to spoil it because it's one of those stories where it's tragic and you want to experience it. My wife and I both watched it and loved it, and I don't get teary-eyed very often, but I was pretty teary-eyed by the end of it. It was a beautifully made film. Great cast. And I'm surprised that Bradley Cooper directed it and how good of a singer he is. He just surprised me all around in this film. And, Lady Gaga, famous singer, but she's great when she sings like this, too. Not the poppy stuff, which ironically they're talking about in the movie, that she goes from being like a folksy, soulful singer to then a pop one. So that was interesting. But yeah, excellent movie. One of the better movies I've seen that's been released recently. Well, 7 years ago. All right. Then the last film I watched for August was 42nd Street. I reviewed for the channel. Great movie. Great dancing and dialogue and characters, and it's definitely a generic plot. It's one you've seen a million times, but I just love the set design and the pieces and a lot of the music, like I don't know how the lyrics go, but the tune's like do 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 42nd Street. I think I did the same thing in my review of it. I don't remember the lyrics at all, but it's just a great jazzy feel to it. I loved it. I definitely want to see more of these. I want to say it's Busby Berkeley. I could be saying his name wrong. He's the one who did a lot of the choreography, and shout out to the person who commented on my review about that. I want to see more of these films. I actually saw a collection of these on DVD at a secondhand store I went to recently, but I decided to not pick it up because I have a lot of these films already digitally. But yeah, I'm excited to check out more of them. It was a great film. But yeah, those are the films that I saw for the month of August. So now I'll get into today's movie review. Okay, but before I do that, let's check on the sound. See how we're sounding. It was a great film. Perfect. Alright, for today's movie review, we're discussing Sherlock Jr. from 1924, directed by and starring Buster Keaton. So now let me share the synopsis of this film from Criticlist. A film projectionist longs to be a detective and puts his meager skills to work when he is framed by a rival for stealing his girlfriend's father's pocket watch. And so that's the film right there. It's very much a detective story mixed with comedy and action and whatnot. And uh, I had a great time with it. The plot, I gave a 5 out of 5. This is, I think, my fourth or fifth time seeing this movie, and it just gets better every time. I love how it all weaves together, and I love that Buster Keaton, right? He's has these dreams of being a detective, and as he's in the theater, he falls asleep at the projector's booth, and he joins the movie he's watching, or I guess screening, and he lives out his fantasies being a great detective, and just all the fun stunts, all the cool things, great storyline, and all that. That all occurs during this dream sequence. That takes up probably half the film. And it's not a very long film. It's only 45 minutes long, but I thought it was very well paced, a very good story. I loved it. It just has some great character moments in it, too. And I just laughed so much. I had so much fun with it. That's why I gave the plot a 5 out of 5. Alright, in regards to acting, so on the left there, we got Buster Keaton, and in the middle, his girlfriend, and then on the right, his rival. I thought all three of them were hilarious and great. The girlfriend isn't in the film as much, but I just loved Buster Keaton so much, and he gets into these silly circumstances, and I love that when he's trying to figure out who stole the pocket watch, the guy on the right there who sold the pocket watch, he hides the receipt, and Buster Keaton's like, oh, we must figure out who did it. And then he checks everybody, and then the guy's like, well, maybe we should check you. Pulls out the receipt. And then the box that earlier in the film he wrote cost him $4 instead of $1. He inadvertently convicted himself. And I just thought that was so funny. But yeah, it was great acting all around. I love how he could play such a straight face, especially in the sequence where he's playing pool. And we all know that some of the cue balls have a bomb in them, and just how close he keeps getting to it and then going around it. And it was just so awesome. Just great cast and great acting all around. 5 out of 5. I really, really enjoyed it. Okay, in regards to directing, so Buster Keaton is credited at directing this film. He did so good, and I think the best sequences for sure are in the dream sequence. I'll talk about in cinematography a bit more, but yeah, just the way he had everything staged. Everything happens in the camera for a reason, for a purpose, and he was so meticulous with it. And just the fact he's able to have that straight face and also is able to balance comedy with the real stunts just shows how incredible of a director he was too. Because everything happened for a reason, and we were paying attention all along the way. Like, he had our focus and our attention for all those reasons. And so that's why I gave his directing a 5 out of 5. Alright, so cinematography and special effects. Okay, this scene right here is probably my favorite scene in the whole film, where Buster's on the stage there, and every time he moves or reacts, the background changes to a different film and a different scenario, and they're real life scenarios. And I was looking at how they did it. They had to meticulously line up the camera, line up the backdrop, line him up, literally with like the film, comparing it and whatnot, just to make sure when they were in the editing room, it would line up perfectly like this. Just him falling back. Oh, so good. Just a testament to his skills and his talents. And just to how he's able to blend, because this was a real projector screen, right? Like in some of the scenes you could see people in the audience laughing or whatever at what's going on. It was just great editing all around. And I just love too that his stunts are just so amazing. Like one of his more famous ones, actually crazy story, he's running on a train, then he jumps up and lands on top of this water tower, and he lands on top of the water tower where there's like a spout or something, and he hangs on it, and it pours down, and all this water rushes on him, and then he hits the tracks down below, and he lands on his butt. And what's crazy is that stunt broke his neck, but he didn't know till years later, until they did an X-ray on his neck. He's like, oh, that would make sense. Just his dedication. Another sequence that's great is he's riding on the handlebars of a bicycle as he's crossing the tracks and the train's about to hit him. That was crazy. There's other scenes where he's near like a train car and they smash together right behind him and it freaks him out. And he was just so good at reacting and being a really just great. He was just really great at it, and it just matches so seamlessly. And another one that I keep thinking of, there's just so many great ones. He's being chased, and there's a guy standing, or dressed like a woman, standing in the back, and Buster Keaton jumps through him. And then the guys walk up and are like, where did he go? And then the guy closes his jacket and walks away. And they're like, what? Where did he go? There's like a door behind him. But I saw a video of how they did that stunt. It was just insane. Like the guy who was holding the dress had his legs hidden. And then once Buster jumped through the hole, then he let his legs back down and then was able to walk away. It's just so incredible. So much dedication to the craft. And again, it's all so funny too. The film's 101 years old and it's still really, really funny. So that's why I gave it all a 5 out of 5. Okay, the music. So the music I listened to in this film is the original score. So that's why I'm able to score it a little bit higher. I give it a 5 out of 5. It's so great. So funny. Like when he's being chased, it's really loud. Chasing music. When he's in scenes like this, it's very romantic. It really sets the tone and adds to the comedy and adds other layers to it. And it's just very excellent and very memorable too. Like I immediately recognized it. And I've seen the film, like I said, 4 or 5 times. So that's why. But it's a very memorable, very good score. And I loved it. 5 out of 5. Alright, so tallying that all up, that brings my score to a 5 out of 5, and my critic list percentage is a 100%. So now let me break down my critic list score. Graphic language, none, as it is a silent film, and none of the title cards had any language. In regards to violence, there's some crazy action sequences by the end of the film, and they're great stunts, but there's no blood or violence or anything like that. It's just tense moments. You're like, oh man, is he gonna get hit by the train, or oh, is he gonna fall off the building, or when he's driving a car into the lake and then they're floating and it's like a boat. And there's just crazy stunts like that all throughout that more accelerate your heart rate than anything, but there's no violence or anything like that. Okay, for nudity, sexual content, none, just kissing, but it's very, very tame. Actually, a funny scene in the movie, it's at the end, where he and his girlfriend make up, and he's about to kiss her, but then he looks out, and out his projector window and sees how he's got to hold her hand, then he's got to kiss her hand, then he's got to hold her, and then kiss her. It's just really funny. One of my favorite scenes in the movie, too. So, yeah, that's the extent of it. Okay, in regards to political bias, none. Regards to family friendly, it's very family friendly. Kids will love and enjoy it. It's really funny and it's very visual. I think kids would really enjoy it. Okay, entertainment value. And by the way, I mentioned earlier, it's 45 minutes, so it'll definitely keep their attention. Okay, for entertainment value, super entertaining and a riot throughout. I was laughing so much, even though I knew what was coming. It's still really, really funny. And I think will stand the test of time. Again, it's 101 years old. And it's still really funny. Yeah, and it's one of the first silent films that I saw that really got me interested in the genre. And I think it's a great one, too, for introducing people to it. And so with that, would I recommend this movie? Absolutely. I gave it 100%. I absolutely recommend this movie to everybody. I might even like it more than The General, which I usually say is my favorite Buster Keaton film. But I think I like this one more. I just love the detective side of it and just how bit of a doofus he is. And I love the stunts. It's super funny, super crazy, super over the top. It really is a cartoon. I love it. and it really will stand the test of time and be one of the funniest films ever made. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, please check it out. It is a great Buster Keaton film, great silent film, and a great old movie in general. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Sherlock Jr. from 1924, and that concludes today's movie review. All right. So let me turn this view back on. Make sure to follow me on Criticlist, guys. It's a great website, great way to review movies and make friends and whatnot. I've made some great connections on there. And Blaine, the CEO of it, he's been on the show. We did a review of Rio Bravo, excuse me. It was awesome. Yeah, please check it out. But now we're gonna get into some Minecraft. So I've been playing this game a lot recently and just kind of fallen in love with it again. So I've been really excited to check it out. Now let's see. Let's see if my things still work. Just reading some messages here real quick. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Okay. All right. Here we go. Ah, I'm in creative mode. I'm okay with that. I like to build stuff too. But I think one of the times this month I definitely will do survival mode. Okay. Real quick, let me check a sound real quick. I think one of the times this month I definitely... Perfect. Oh, I need to check the game. Okay. Yay, the video looks good too. Alright, we're not losing frame rate. Great. Maybe I'll do another underwater tunnel thing. That was kind of fun when I did that last time. Okay. It's kind of going to be an experiment because I have no idea how this will go. Oh, some time. I think what I'll do is I'll build a house over here actually. Maybe like the castle I built. Oh good, the sun's coming. Do they not blow up? Let's see. I think I'll make it out of stone. It's tripping me out that my mouse cursor's showing up on your guys' view, but not on my view. That's wild. Let's look for glass. There we go. Actually, I might do cobblestone. Cobblestone looks a lot. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So yesterday, while I was doing chores, doing the dishes and whatnot, I was actually listening to the Tucker Carlson and Michael Knowles interview. It's actually pretty interesting. You know, because they're a bit diametrically opposed now, it seems, where Tucker and him are... let's see. They just have differences of opinion when it comes to the Israel-Palestine stuff. So it's a pretty interesting insight and interview, and they were very cordial with each other. I was very surprised with that. I don't know if he'll have Ben on, Ben Shapiro, but I think that'd be good. Then they could at least talk to each other about their differences. So I think that's important. In politics and life, having communication, you know. Communication is key in any kind of relationship, any kind of connection. It's a society, man. Like, I think it's important that we talk to each other. They have some pretty interesting stuff, though, that they were talking about with, in regards to, like, the history of the Catholic Church and just religion in general. Very interesting stuff. And I know Tucker is a little outlandish and can be difficult to listen to for some people. He's definitely an acquired taste for sure, but I think it was worth listening to. It was a really interesting conversation. And just so everybody knows too, like if you're left leaning, right leaning, like you're totally welcome on this channel. I don't discriminate or anything like that against people with different opinions. It's like I said, I think it's important that we talk to each other. So a society that doesn't talk to each other leads to things like civil war and dehumanization and whatnot. And I just got that out of that interview, that even if they disagree, that they can still be cordial and talk to each other. There's just something so peaceful about this game that, I don't know, I just love it so much. I've been playing it since, I want to say 2010. Whenever it came out on the 360, that's when I first started playing it. And then I got into it I had it on my old iPhone. Oh, I should show everybody what my costume is. Oh, not that button. There it is. 1960s Batman. No, 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 no. Yeah, I have a bunch of Minecraft skins that I saved recently. Well, I hope everybody had a good Labor Day. I had a very good vacation. My cousin came in town and we recorded an episode that'll be coming out in November about the movie Out of the Past, a Robert Mitchum and Jane Greer film. I'm excited for you guys to see that. That was a really fun review. forgot I need some flooring as well. There we go. I've always loved the music in this game too. It's always so peaceful and really, I don't know, sets the tone. It's really good. I don't typically get into politics or anything like that, so you won't normally hear me talk about stuff like that, Tucker interview, but I just thought I wanted to share it with everybody because it really was a good interview, and I think a lot of people could benefit listening to it. Let's see, that's where I want it. Oops, I always clicked the wrong door. Here we go. There we go. Perfect. Actually, before I keep going, be right back. I need to let's see. Turn that view back on. No. There it is. Okay, I'll be right back. Alright. It's too hot in here, so I had to turn my, excuse me, I had to turn my fan back on. But I don't mind if it's going off while I'm playing the game. Yeah, you guys really should check out that, that interview, and also more Buster Keaton films. I absolutely love Sherlock Jr., but he made a lot of great movies. Not just Sherlock Jr. Yeah, maybe I'll fix that in a second here. to be careful with this game because I could easily get lost in it and spend hours. My wife and I have been playing it a lot recently. That's kind of what inspired me to do this streams, playing it. Actually, let's go to brick. Yeah. Ta-da. It's my cat. Both my cat and my dog are in here now. Actually, there's a lantern that... Yeah, I like these more. Cooler looking. Interesting. Oh, there's an Enderman. Well, if you guys haven't seen it yet, my review of He Who Gets Slapped finally was released yesterday. That was a very interesting movie. Another great silent film. And if you've noticed, I've been doing a lot of silent films this season because I feel like I've been kind of neglecting neglecting them. So for the next little while, I'll be doing a bunch of silent films and kind of back to more regular. I might at some point do like a, I don't know, like a silent month. I haven't quite decided how that will look yet, though. Oh, that's a bummer. Let's see how that looks. A little uneven. That's the only bummer, is that I should have measured it out exactly how many blocks it is, but yeah, I'll just fill in the gaps there. Oh well. Yeah, it's fine. Looks kind of like an old school Pizza Hut. Might honestly turn this into like a restaurant. That might be kind of fun. Like a McDonald's or something like that. Yeah. I'm totally doing that now. Okay. Let's see. Concrete. There we go. Place this with that. So, getting rid of all of that. That's just how it goes, though, sometimes in this, where you start building something and then you think, ooh, I should do this. Then you change it to that. That happens to me all the time playing this game. I'll have to see if I could get access to it, but the world that my wife and I have been working on, I built a giant Star Destroyer on that. It was pretty awesome. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I'll make a giant sign too. I'm making it in a McDonald's. Mostly because I'm hungry right now. Sometimes this realistic mod that I have really trips me out. forget how realistic it is. Make it go all the way around. Okay, let's see how much taller I want to make it. Saw that James Gunn is talking about the next Superman movie already. I don't know, man. Like, I liked the new Superman movie, but it was definitely not a great movie, you know. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know, it kind of seems a little desperate the way he's rapidly making it. Like, it's gonna come out in 2 years. I just don't know how that's gonna happen, man. Wish him luck. Bowser's Inside Story. What are you building? I'm building a McDonald's. And then CJ, did the movie succeed at the box office? No, it did not. It failed miserably. Without adjusting for inflation, it made less money than Man of Steel did. Which is wild. Okay, let's see. How many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 4, Perfect. CG says there were only 2 years between Iron Man 1 and 2, but also there weren't any other superhero movies in the meantime. Well, that's the thing, right? I guess when I was mentioning that, because I want to say it was like 2 weeks ago, he was talking about how, oh yeah, we're going to write a script for that, we're going to get it started. Then I guess it's already ready to go. I don't know, it's wild. I hope he could pull it off, but I just don't know, man. Actually, let me think about this. I keep clicking that one. Okay, concrete. Yeah, let's get the yellow in there. Actually, it'll be a white outline. I want to make this an insanely big McDonald's sign. Yes, I did. I'm making a giant McDonald's sign. Mostly because I'm hungry. And I thought, why not? I'm not loving that. Hope Ronald doesn't come and mess you up for making an unlicensed operation. He probably will. Okay, let me think about this. Let me think about this. So probably need to do that later. Okay. CJ says, how long will you be streaming tonight? Maybe another 30 to 40 minutes. Not super late tonight. This is more of a test to see how it would go. It's a lot more of a chill stream. Okay, let's see. loving that. Okay. Maybe I need to make it bigger. Oh, I hate it. Okay, let me fix that. It's looking better. Still don't love it though. That's what I get for making it up as I go. See how that looks. Will you be serving zombie burgers? I like the sign. Yeah. I think it's as good as it's gonna look in a block format. Can you make it glow neon? Ooh, yeah. Let's see. I think this is what I'll do. See how that looks. Okay, yeah. I could go all the way over here. You can still see it. Kind of want the M to pop a little bit more though. Wonder. Let's go over here. So the dinking sound when the glowing rocks break is so satisfying. Could you outline them in black? That would pop. It would pop for sure. Yeah. We can try it. May have to adjust the sign a bit doing that. It does pop more. Maybe I'll just change all the white to black. Yeah, I think I will. Yeah, that sounds a lot better. What about all you guys? What's been your favorite thing to do in Minecraft, or how long have you been playing it, that sort of thing? Like, I've been a fan of it really since the beginning. But just over the years, sometimes I'll stop playing it for like 3 years and then play it again, and then I'm addicted to it for like 3 months. Oh, hi, Salem. It's my cat. Yeah, I like that more. Fact. Yeah, I like that. CG says, what is that music? Sounds so nice. That's the Minecraft music, man. It's very relaxing. That's you, right, Carter? Just telling people about the Out of the Past review we did earlier. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, I think I'm gonna do something radical here. I'm gonna change the cobblestone to white concrete. See if I like it first. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I'm loving it. Yeah, I agree. It's so funny because my original intention was to create a castle, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a McDonald's. Those are just the magical things that happen while playing Minecraft. I think I'll change the flooring too. Yeah, me and my cousin, we went and saw the Frank Sinatra house and went to a store that had old movies and posters, and it was pretty fun. It was a pretty really old movies um, Labor Day. And of course, Out of the Past, and I'm very excited for that review to drop. Yeah, that's a lot better. I might even change this to red. I don't know yet. Let's see. McDonald's the castle? Yes, a McCastle. Oh, this is great. I think what I want to do too, I think I'm going to make a mine, like a drive through, but it'll be where mine carts could go up and down. Yeah. Yeah. I'm totally doing that now. That's what I can make cobblestone, though. Do I want to make it black to make it look like a road? Yeah, I'll do regular concrete. How about that? Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, this will be the driveway window right here. Yes, I'm picturing it now. I'll have the track go all along here. Yep. Carter says, will your partner in crime ever join you for a stream? I didn't realize that she liked Minecraft. No, she doesn't like being on camera. Or as I like to say, mince rat. Yes, love some nice minced rat. But I have to show my Star Destroyer at some point. I had a lot of fun building that. Oh, a customer. Welcome to our drive-thru, sir. soon here. Start making the seating arrangements in the kitchen and then the drive-through track. Alright. I'm actually going to do the... Let's see. Will you make a Burger King next and then do... And they can have clan wars? I remember the Burger Wars. It's not a bad idea. And then just secretly in the corner there'll be like a Wendy's. Yeah, I might do something like that. Now we need a regular rail. Let's give it a try. Yeah, let's go. It will never end. Or actually, even better if it's a bit further. Sir, your food! Wow, drive-through, the Burger Wars. Burgers are in business. Yes, sir. Just gotta make a register. Sir, your food! Sir! Let's see. Yes. That's what I was hoping, to get a villager stuck in there. Oh, there's a guy in the way. Okay, let's see. Uh-oh. Okay, maybe I won't do iron doors. Alright. Well, 4 more minutes here, then I gotta call it. I'm so happy about the villagers stuck in there. That's what I wanted. Now you just gotta build some tables. I think I'll do that next week. Oh, that's so cool. right. Gonna save there. All right. Well, thanks again, everybody, for watching today's show. And here, 1 second. Minecraft music is still playing. There we go. Alright, well, thanks again, everybody, for watching today's show. It was a blast playing Minecraft. I can't wait till next week. I think I'll build a Burger King and then have some burger wars going on. But yeah. But with that, this has been Really Old Movies. I'm your host, Harrison Scullin. Take care.